I was very fortunate in having a fun, enjoyable, successful career in television and broadcasting, most of it in television news and journalism. And then I moved into station management. My last job was managing a CBS affiliate in Oregon. But the more time I spent doing it, and the more the business model changed and things became more bottom line driven, understandably, with the economy being what it is, it became less enjoyable. And my husband and I always had an agreement that when it became not so much fun, that if possible, then either one of us would leave the industry. So after 17 years in television, the last station being in Oregon, we decided to move back to Michigan. I have an online business with my husband called PreppyPrincess.com, and we sell accessories, stationery, personalized cases for your iPhone, cell phone, iPad, netbook. And as an offshoot of that business, I write a blog called The Preppy Princess, and it turns out that anytime I would write about Kate, the readership would increase significantly. The more we thought about it and talked about it, said, would people really be interested in a blog that just focuses on Kate Middleton and is really a very narrow focus, more on what she wears. We don't do a lot of the gossipy sort of thing. And so we registered the name a couple years ago, and I started writing it in March of 2011. Since we launched the blog, we've had almost 13 million users or visitors to the blog. And we generally, on your average day, probably have between 15 and 40,000 readers. It just depends on Kate's schedule. If she's been out and about and people know that she's been seen wearing something and they want information on that, then they'll come to the blog and read about it. And right now, of course, the fact that she's expecting this baby and there's all this excitement and enthusiasm, the numbers are up a little bit from that as well. So the Facebook community is actually a very supportive, kind of friendly environment. All these women from all over the world, and they're actually very caring with each other. And people will post questions like, I'm going for a job interview. Do you think this dress that Kate wore would work well? Or I'm thinking about buying a pair of shoes. Do you think this is something that Kate might wear? And maybe they'll share places that are having sales on merchandise Kate has worn, or pieces, they're called lookalikes or replicates or copycates. Those are phrases that you see a lot on the blog, but in particular on the Facebook page, because people very much want to copy her style. So I think I'll continue the blog. I think the interest will be there for a long time. So as long as I want to make the time for it and it continues to be fun and enjoyable and I feel like it's, a quality product, then I'll keep doing it.